Hello, everybody out there. At least I am so happy and I'm proud and scared because here we have our ego team, and that's the team for the whole LIFESPIDER Academy and the contributors to the ego evolution. And our intention for this little session is to share with you how it is to work in an ego team, an ego with a genius, superior, and a dictator. And it can be really interesting and fun. But before we get to that point, I will just let you know that and the subject for this 20 minutes will be this ego evolution, because that's a real project in the real time, and it's going on right now. So that's the experience we're going to share. Before we move into the ego part, that will be the most interesting. I would say, before we started the ego evolution, we all connected to our individual intentions. And that's also the question all the speakers during those days got. Do you find an intention that goes together, that's united with the project ego evolution? So no matter what kind of project you have started, it will always start from the intention. I mean, there is where it started. But then when the fun stuff starts, we are calling in the ego. And I think I will start with Ayo. Just maybe we should just share a little bit about our egos. If you would describe your ego, what would you say about your ego, so we know what we are dealing with here?
Yeah.
Come on now, dictator.
Oh my God, the dictator. So the dictator will probably, like, if I look on this specific project, is more
Yeah.
about like bringing you guys back to reality. Would that be a...
Yeah, we know.
So I
Yeah.
think that has been like the thing during this, like, just like because you are like the genius and superior. You just want to run. You just want to like just do it. Like, if you were able to make all the decisions, like the ego evolution will be happening in 2 days instead of like 14 or 10 days that it was happening this time. So I think the dictator is like just bringing you back all the time. When you want to run, I just bring you back. So I think that has been like the biggest part of the dictator during this project. And I
Okay.
think you can feel it.
No, she never told us that, Frida. That has been her hardest part in the project. So we will take in the wrap up later and see. We didn't know. Uh, okay, we get back to you. Frida, what would you say about your superior, and maybe specifically how you have been using your, briefly, just in this project?
Yeah, so my superior driving force in this project, as you say, we look at the intention and then we look at the driving force. So my superior really wants to make things happen, and as Aya says, it really wants to run quick and just go 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 go. And it's also about the yeah, my essence is the bridge builder that comes into that as well, to really bridge. Okay, take Birgitta's brilliant genius ideas and making them happen. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's really
Okay, that's
short.
briefly. Yeah, and I can share my driving force in this project. My ego is the genius, and general the genius uh, uh, like the big ideas and put the value in the idea. And it's a huge idea and it's a lot of creativity, but it also hates stupidity and slow people. And so it can get really frustrated. And I must say, in this project, for once, my genius ego has been so satisfied, because the genius have had a place to put out all the ideas. Because when the an idea is out there, either you do it right away, as you say, or you do nothing. Because for the genius, the idea is, it's kind of done. uh, So I would say the whole project is saved because you two guys have put the genius in place and allow it to be as crazy as it can be, and then, yeah, make things real and make it happen. And yeah, I have been struggling with both struggle is the wrong word, but I have to really listening to both the superior and the dictator, and tell my driving force, okay, keep calm, be calm, this will be good, this will be good, go and find another idea. So it has been a really interesting process. So that's just briefly our individual. So what would be interesting to look at right now, and this will be a reflection for us too, because we haven't had time to do any reflections. Because from the idea, I mean, some other people maybe think it's a too fast process, because we have just, it's less than 14 days since the idea and since we are sitting here. And I will also say for the project, we have had no plans, there is no agenda, there is no goal, there has been nothing. We had just running from the passion in our intentions to action. So we have put our driving forces to work, and they have been working 24/7, I would say. Yeah. So back to the dictator again. I think I agree that you really have been holding on and holding on, and make things be real. But is there something else you would say you have had a really, or we should be lucky to have you as a dictator, Ayo? What do you think we should appreciate your dictator for?
I think like the I think it all the time goes back to the like the reality part.
So boring.
Sorry. Like the reality part, because you want to run so fast, and I love it, and I think that's my problem with projects by myself, that I always have to go back to the reality and just like do this it has to be in this order. So I think like it's been a perfect team, like we have been a perfect team all like through everything, because we everyone has their part and their role in it. So I think that's like, I think that's been the biggest part. Like, can't you tell me what have my biggest role been?
Yeah. Oh, you have been a pain in the many times, and I love it. I love it. Yeah, you get
Yes.
No, and it has been so good for certain things. It's really in a project like this, and when you're moving fast, it really need a dictator who say, okay, you do that. Like yesterday, Frida told me, oh, okay, you told me I have to do this. Okay. And then we just say, okay, we do that. No question at all. And I also know that some people really say, oh, this Ayo, she's scared the shit of me. Just because, and we love it. Because I am not like that. If someone is coming with an idea, oh, couldn't we do like this? Oh, that's a great idea. And I jump in, and the genius start to create a side project. But this time, actually, the dictator had really put it back with a just big no discussions, no. But I must say, you have been really good. I said, oh, that sounds like a really good idea. We put it in the box. Now I don't really, with what you call, I have got a special box in our project management system where I can put all my ideas. So and some of them is say that's for the future project. So she's not denying them, and I know they are there, and my genius are.
And I think that's the thing, like with everything, like it's so good ideas, like we always get good ideas, but the question is, when should we do them? Like, when is the right time to do them? And it's not everything on the same time. So I think that's like, yeah. And I don't know how many times we had it during this project. But there is like a specific thing. I don't know if you remember, but there is a specific situation where you actually said, okay, we have to finish this before we go to the next thing. Okay. But the problem is that both of you you still didn't finish it because you were all the time going on to the next thing. And I was like, oh my God, but hey, wait for me. I'm back here trying to finish these things like you guys said we had to do. And you are like running, they're in the future already. So I think like it's been a perfect team through.
Yeah, it has been. And that's also, I will ask you to know, Frida, but also the good thing is that we know each other driving forces, our egos so well. So we know exactly what, maybe if we are stepping on someone's ego toe, we know how to handle it and we can soft landing it. Like you gave me the box with my ideas. That was a really sweet thing instead of saying, that's a stupid idea, we cannot do it now. Okay, it's a great idea. Here you have a box. And then my genius feel, oh, that's great. So we are too good sometimes.
The box start to be quite big now, Birgitta. It's a big box.
Okay. So, and Frida, what would you say have been your biggest contribution, or what should we thank you for having you on the team to have made this team so perfect, working so perfect?
Yeah, great question.
Yes, time for reflection.
Yeah, I don't know how to answer that.
I think both Ayo and I know.
Okay, then you can
But
say.
you can try first. We'll see if we have the same idea.
Okay, interesting. But I really like how we work together with the driving forces, as you say, that we have a common language and that everything is allowed, and that I'm allowed to say, I think this is really boring. Does anyone else enjoy doing this? Yes, I can do that. Or someone, yeah. So we always work on each other's strength and each other's, like, helping each other to grow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's a good thing. I hate this. I don't want to do this. Oh, why don't you stop it? Stop it. I do it. I think it's fun. Yeah, that has been a good part. And what would you say, Ayo, has been the biggest asset to have Frida on the team?
I think like I love having, like, I don't want to use the word working, but it's kind of describing what we do anyway, because we are like a team and it's a teamwork. And I think what I love, like, first of all, I love working with both of you. And Frida, you're so brilliant because like Birgitta can be up in the fucking sky. Okay. She's like all the way going, over there. We're like, oh my God, where did she go? And I can be like, on the other hand, like too much in the reality and like, we can't do like this. Fuck all this shit. I don't want to do it anymore. But you are there in between and you're the perfect mix, like bringing like all worlds together into one beautiful world. Like not like everything. No. You just see like you know, do you understand what I mean?
My essence is feeling really good right now because that's the bridge builder. So yeah.
It is, yeah. And I agree. And that's the part when you say, yeah, that's definitely have been the biggest asset, that you see the both side of it. And when you present your solution, now I got goosebumps, there is just so superior, because neither I could protest to say, no, that's wrong. You can't do it either. So what you are saying, when you see, okay, now they are going too far on each end, you are bringing us together and just show us this is how it is. And none of us will do anything else. That's smart. Good thinking, Frida. And the thing is, you just do it when it's needed. So it has been really great. And that's the same thing when you are, I mean, you are doing the most of the communication outside, not just the social media stuff, because you know what to post and when to post and what's the, but also the communication in between all the speakers, the teams and the people. Because sometimes if you let me loose, I actually, they say, don't say too much. Stay away from say anything with a schedule or time or details, because you do it everything wrong. And and I, as a dictator, she just want to point with a whole hand and do it now, and that's it. And Frida knows how to, you have maybe to rewrite it, at least remind Ayo, because she's brilliant when she can stop her dictator from being that harsh. But Frida have made sure that the communication has been adopted to everyone involved. And I think, I'm pretty sure the speakers on this, in this whole event will agree. What do you think? Yeah. Nothing, just sitting there. Okay. She's
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But that's the beauty when you trust each other's driving forces also, and like when you are aware of them, because then you also know when it's time to step, like for me, like when it's time for me to step away and let the genius do her thing, or like when it's time for the genius to step away for the dictator, or for both and the genius and dictator to step away for the superior. Like that's the beauty in this teamwork.
Yeah. And I think that's the reason we have been able, as you said, and I like that you say how we trust our driving forces, trust our ego, not about trusting us, but we are trusting our ego. No, the dictator. Yeah, exactly. Because we know how they are reacting.
I don't trust none of you girls, okay? I don't trust you, but I trust your driving forces.
Thank you. That's great. So that has made this journey, and that's still going on, so smooth. I mean, we have had no kind of conflict. We have been tired and we have been out of energy because there has been so many things to do. So our brains have just been like this, but we have handled that too. So there has always been someone who had come in with the right thing for their ego, what it needs to go an extra mile. So, and no, Ayo,
yeah, with the driving force, because if you are in the right driving force and you are aware of your driving force and you know where you should have your driving force, you get so much power. And all, like many of the amazing speakers have talked about this fuel, you know, so that's also why you can keep on going, even that you're like on a 24/7 schedule, you know, all over the world all the time. You still have energy to keep on walking, you know. That's it's the secret behind the driving forces, the ego. When you nail it, you have power, you have the energy.
What do you say, Frida?
Yeah, and it's so powerful to work with people that have their spider. I almost cannot work with people that don't, because they don't know themselves that way. When they get triggered, they go into drama instead of, okay, this is my driving force wanting some attention. Okay, hello team, how can we give this driving force some attention? It needs to, or if they look at themselves, or if they ask the team. But if they don't have the spider, they cannot do that. They say, okay, she's wrong. She cannot, like, so much more drama and so much more.
Yeah. And they also say, oh, it's not in the plan. How is that it's not going in alignment with the goals? And we have cut that crap by having no plans, having no goals, but have done deep intention. And you never have to talk about the intention because it's always there. So the driving force and the action has been able to focus on what to do. So we never have question, and we have created the next step, if you call it actions to take to move forward. It's always created in the movement. So I think that's no, it's an amazing. Oh, it's already 20 minutes. Oh, this will be one of our shorter meetings
already. Wow. But it's also something to really get used to, working this way. It's been like a learning process even for us that's in here now, like especially for me, because I'm the one asking how shall we do it, how too early, and you're like, no, not how yet, yet.
That has been a mission for the genius. So cut the how right now, because it's too early. If you bring in the how now, when we are still in just the creative space, the idea, and try to do something, you kill it all. So yeah, the genius are really awake of that too early a how, because the how will show up, and I know the dictator will take care of it when it's time to do the how. Yeah. Yeah.
But that was also like just a shorty, because I know that we're running out of time. Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Go on. Yeah.
really fast. But like one of the speakers actually said like, so I don't have so much time, and it wasn't that much time before the event. Okay, let's
No.
like, and I would love to have some like material to do the marketing for me speaking, and we were like, okay, if you want some material, we will get the material for you. And like 24 hours later, we had material for every fucking speaker. For every fucking speaker. And that's the beauty also when you trust the process. Like people come up with questions, and we can just put like the genius and the superior and the dictator like together, and there you got it. There it is. 24 hours later. It's
And that's also, instead of, I mean, I love this, to take action on the passion, that we haven't wasted any time to produce or do things that people don't want. We haven't tried to convince anyone to do certain things, but we have just delivered what's been asked for. And we have, as you said, we have been following the process, and we have trusted, and we still trust it. Promise me. And things will show up, because we say, okay, this is needed. And then, as you said, together we can fix it, because everyone know their position and where to leave and where to step in. And so that's why you are so effective. And so, okay, probably we should wrap it up a little bit and try to be on the time schedule, even if we don't like the linear time. But Frida, what will be your final word or advice for those who want to work in a team or handle their ego or something else? As a bridge builder.
We really have been working 24 hours as well, because we're on the different sides of the world. So when someone goes to bed, the next one takes on. So we haven't been awake for 24 hours, but we've been working.
No, it's not every night. Sometimes,
as I said before, it's so powerful to work in a team where you know yourself. You step into your own leadership and take responsibilities for what comes up for you. So I'm really excited about working this way, and I want more people to be able to work this way. So thank you.
And I also will just add this again, and when you trust yourself and you trust your ego, you have the power to say, I don't like to do this. So no one else in the team ever have to wonder, should I ask her? Do you think she wants to do this? Because we know the responsibility for a person, if you are put to do something you don't like, we know she will tell us. So we don't have to try to guess how the other person feel in the team. And that's also save lots of energy. That's great, great, Frida. And Ayo, your final words to the world.
Okay, so I will keep this very, very, very short. So my final words would be that what I love to working in a team where your ego is allowed and fucking welcome and loved is that there is this space. Because before, when I have been the dictator, there haven't been like a bigger intention, like there haven't been a sole purpose. So I have instead been burned out. But when you work in a team where people is actually like aware of their spiders, there is the freedom to say, just like you said, but I just want to say it again, it's okay to come back and say, hey, I know I said I wanted to do this, but this sucks. I can't do it. Like, it really fucking drains me. And that is the beauty, because usually when you sign off of something, you're like stuck with it. You have to find a way to live with it for like the period of time. And he's like, hey, I'm sorry, I can't fucking do this. We have to find another way. And that's like, I just love it.
Okay, I will make it really short. I will not kick in my genius to start speaking, but I totally agree in everything you are saying. And that has made this, and there is a wonderful, exciting journey, because we don't know exactly what will happen tomorrow. But whatever will happen, we know we will take care of it, and we will make the best of it. So that's why we can let you know out there if you have any, maybe I should say now the dictator, don't listen, Ayo. If you have any questions or wishes or something you maybe want to add to this ego evolution, you can put it in the comments. I will not take care of it. I will put it in my box out there. Ayo, is that okay? But maybe there, because we are in, sounds like a, but we are in this together, and we are creating stuff together in the process. And the more you are here listening to and learn about the ego, maybe you get an idea or you get a question and you can deliver it. And that's not the same thing as we said yes, because your ideas can highly likely get in the box together with my ideas, but it's worth a try because some of them are zippering out. So okay, I thank you, and this has been fun. We should probably have had a couple of more hours to say everything, but so this was a really effective and so much fun. So thank you for being here, and thank you for being in the team, and a big pat on the shoulders for all of us. I think a big golden spider should be there. So
Yeah.
okay,
Thank
and I
you
would
for
say
everyone showing up, because if people weren't here, they were like, why would, yeah, there wouldn't be any, yeah, it didn't make sense that we did all this. So it's like, it's a beautiful event. I
Yeah.
fucking love it.
Yeah.
Okay, now push the button. Stop it. Dictator. I took your role now.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.